Drew, say hi to Doug DeMiro.
Hi, Doug.
Oh, yes. Am I scaring you yet?
Fine.
Well, even though I was clowning around quite a bit in my previous videos, Drew and the Midwest Dream Car Collection have invited me back to view some more of their cars, to maybe drive some of their cars, huh? Drew, thanks for having me back.
Sure. Great to have you back.
This is way out of my league here. Maybe if I was a little more financially responsible, I might be able to afford one of these. The whole hoopty fleet gone, but I tend to make bad decisions. And these are really cool, but they're really different. So we got a Ford GT, what year?
2006.
2006. And a Lamborghini Aventador, right? What year?
Aventador?
Yes?
2014.
14. And the weird thing is, this Ford is old, but it's selling for more than its original MSRP, right?
Exactly.
So what's the average range for these price-wise?
I've seen anywhere between 250 to 350,000.
Which is not too far off from a used one of these, right?
About the same, yeah.
Huh, and they just could not be any more different. It's a really good comparison because it's really what kind of car guy you are. If you have $300,000 and you're going to buy a supercar, do you go for the newest, latest, and greatest technology to go as fast as possible? Or do you want a throwback? Usually I like the old stuff, but it's a Ford GT and somebody owns it.
This is a 2005 Ford GT. And in fact, it's my 2005 Ford GT.
He's daddy. He owns one, so I naturally have to resent whatever my dad has. So maybe we'll start with the Aventador. So 12-cylinder. Ooh. So you've driven this one?
I have driven this one.
You drove it today, right?
We went and got gas earlier, yeah.
Yeah, you drove it by all the sororities. Manhattan's a college town, so I'm sure he drove it by all the sororities as well.
They didn't even look.
It's just a bunch of dudes snapping photos, right? Oh my gosh. Feel that. Oh! And I just did that. So I was marveling at the metal gas cap and didn't realize it was attached to a bungee cord, and then just bounced this metal gas cap off the paint. All right, I'm going in. Oh, very delicately. Well, that's not so bad. Look at this. Oh my God. Drew, you coming?
No.
Oh, yes. Hello. Radar detector, huh? Safe to say this is the fastest car I've ever driven. But when you just drive it normal, it's really not that intimidating. Oh, the downshift. Crackle. Yes. Wow. Wow. Well, it's pretty obvious why somebody would want to put a radar detector on this thing. Because there's no way to enjoy this car without going an illegal speed, a very illegal speed.
So this was owned by Mario Andretti before us, and
You bought it from Mario Andretti?
we did, but
Really?
I would assume that's his radar detector, and
Yeah?
just left it on there. It's the same spot.
I see. Am I scaring you yet?
Fine.
He's not fine. I guess if you're spending $300,000 on a Lamborghini, this would be the one to buy because you have all the modern conveniences. I have what looks like a pretty advanced stereo system and a lot of data. The clock's set to the right time. Well, actually, it's not. No, 4:37. Well, it's a couple hours off East Coast time. You didn't set it for daylight saving time, so it's not that smart.
Yeah.
So this isn't dual clutch; it's single clutch.
It is.
Okay. And I was trying to shift with the wheel turn, thinking it would go with me, but it stays here because I'm a moron.
In my opinion, I think this is one of the best looking cars ever. That's sorry.
Oh, brakes work.
Brakes do work.
Yes, it is stunningly beautiful. It's an incredible, very original design. There's buttons down. Well, that did something. It's not broke. I didn't break it, did I?
You just push in, pull up.
So you have to push two buttons to get out of this thing.
Basically, yeah.
Really? Oh. There we go. Freedom. With the door open, it almost looks like an old Trans Am T-tops. It's really cool. All right, in we go. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Wow.
Wow. Right? Yeah, great. Thanks.
Amazing.
It's like a 60s race car. This is awesome. Even the stereo's vintage looking. Wow.
Wow.
Key, thank you. This is the exact same key you would get in a 1998 Ford Expedition. And whoever had this car didn't even bother getting a copy of the key from Ford. They went to like a generic locksmith and got an Ilco key from like Home Depot or something. Well, no, I need the back to go.
Stays. I think these are single piece.
What? No, I found it. Okay, there's a little knob. Yeah, because there's no way Doug would fit in this if he couldn't do that. Yeah. There we go. You know, him and I, we're like best friends. He's gonna be really happy to hear that I'm in one of these. Let's give him a call. He loves to talk to me.
Hey, buddy.
That ruined the whole plan. He told me he was too busy to answer the phone, and then he answered the phone. Drew, say hi to Doug DeMiro.
Hi, Doug.
Well,
Oh, yeah?
I just stuck the Ford Expedition key in the ignition, and we're about to go drive this thing.
I believe it is the greatest American car ever built.
Well, so far so good, but I haven't even started moving yet.
Give me a better one. What are you going to say? Your GMC pickup?
Probably a Buick Park Avenue Ultra.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a move.
You know, on our little thing, people are like, you're giving Tyler too much slack. You're being too mean to Tyler. Have you noticed this?
Oh, yes, you are.
Because what they don't know is you repeatedly recommended the Buick Park Avenue in every scene we shot.
Yes.
Damn it.
Well, you're the one editing these, so you could make yourself look good or bad, but I don't think there's ever a point in these videos where you're not just yelling at me. So,
Well, you deserve every bit of that.
well, I'm really excited because you've never invited me to drive your Ford GT, so this will probably be the only chance I get.
You're welcome to drive. I bought the thing for 2 months ago. You're welcome to drive.
Well, this one's nicer. It only has 6,000 miles, and yeah.
Well, but it's also tungsten.
What's wrong with tungsten?
Worst color for it, in my opinion.
Oh, whatever. Looks great. All right, well, I'm gonna drive this thing. I'm gonna get
All
off.
right, have fun, pal. Have
Yeah.
fun.
Well, thanks for answering. You weren't supposed to do that. You ruined my whole plan of making fun of Doug.
Buick Park Avenue Ultra, buddy.
Yes, much better. All right, bye. Oh, that sounded really good. It also kind of sounded like my Ford Lightning, the pickup truck with the supercharger. Supercharger even kind of looks like it.
About the same.
Oh, that supercharger whines right behind you. That's great. That was a life-changing 10 seconds there. Holy moly. Even though I just gave myself a concussion with the door, this is amazing. Wow. Wow. I mean, it doesn't sound exotic. It does sound like a Ford Lightning pickup, but the gearbox is fantastic. I have got to give me one of these. What? not only is it fun to drive, but it's really easy. I'm relaxed and it's quiet and holy moly. Am I making you car sick doing this? It's just so tight.
Just a little bit.
You totally look past this car's kind of plasticky bits.
It's amazing how soft, like the suspension. I think the suspension feels pretty soft.
Yeah.
Compared to like the Lamborghini.
It is soft, and that's
The
nice.
way it steers is pretty soft, but it's precise.
Yes.
And the gear shifts are smooth and the power's smooth. There's nothing not to like about it.
Wow. Wow. Oh, Drew. You've made me one very happy man today. But if I had to choose, even though 550 horsepower versus 700 horsepower, it's the 4GT all day long. I gotta go with my daddy on this one for sure. But you're into the Lamborghini, huh?
It's a close race.
It's close?
It's close.
So what edges it out? Is it just because of the looks?
I do think it looks good. I like the noises in there.
Yeah.
It's loud. It's crazy.
That is true. It definitely feels like a spaceship, and I feel like a rock star. But maybe it's just because I'm so out of this world and so uncomfortable with it is why I don't know if I can latch onto it. Maybe I need to get a modern supercar. And maybe someone needs to quit playing with that foghorn over there. That may be better than the Buick Park Avenue Ultra. Just a squidge. Just a squidge, Doug. I'll give that to you. Thanks for watching, and thank you, Drew. Be sure to check out these cars. They're going to be at the Midwest Dream Car Collection opening soon in Manhattan, Kansas. It's going to be quite a treat for us in Kansas, for sure. It's awesome. Ugh. Oh.